You're broke, and you're still scrolling. Let's start right there. Because if you're honest with yourself, you already know the truth. You don't need another motivational quote. You don't need another finance influencer telling you to save more or spend less. You need a wake-up call. A real one. So here it is. If you're broke right now, and you're not actively doing something to change that reality, then you're choosing to stay broke. And before you say, "That's not fair," let me be clear. Life isn't fair. The system is rigged, sure. Wages are low, rent is high, and everything costs more than it did last year. But that doesn't give you a free pass to waste your life glued to your phone, hoping a shortcut lands in your lap. Because guess what? There are no shortcuts. There's no secret button, no magic app, no perfect moment. There's only this one moment, right now, and what you do with it. Let's break it down. If you're broke, it's usually because of one or more of three things: lack of knowledge, lack of action, or lack of discipline. And sometimes it's all three. But here's the kicker: all three are fixable. None of them are permanent unless you make them permanent by doing nothing. Let's talk about knowledge. If you don't know how to manage your money, fine. No one taught you. The school system failed you. But you're not a kid anymore. You're an adult with a phone in your hand that has more computing power than the rocket that sent humans to the moon. You have YouTube, blogs, podcasts, and endless free resources at your fingertips. You could learn how to budget, how to invest, how to build a side hustle, how to fix your credit, all without spending a single dollar. But instead, you're watching prank videos and scrolling TikTok for hours, then wondering why your life looks exactly the same year after year. That's not ignorance. That's laziness. Now let's talk about action. You might know what to do, but are you doing it? Be honest. You know you should be tracking your spending. You know you should be building an emergency fund. You know you should be applying for better jobs, or starting that business, or learning a skill that actually pays in today's economy. But you're not. Why? Because you're waiting for some mythical perfect time that will never come. You think you'll start once things settle down. Newsflash, life doesn't settle down. It just keeps moving. And if you're not moving with it, you're falling behind. Every single day. And then there's discipline. This is the part most people don't want to hear. You can learn everything. You can start taking action. But if you don't have the self-control to stick with it when it gets boring, hard, or slow, then none of it matters. You'll quit. You'll backslide. And you'll end up exactly where you started, broke, frustrated, and scrolling again for another quick dopamine hit. The truth is, most people are addicted to struggle. You say you want success, but deep down, you're comfortable being broke because it gives you something to complain about. It gives you an identity. You say, I can't afford it so much. It becomes part of your personality. And the worst part is, you wear your struggle like a badge of honor. I work so hard, and I still can't get ahead. You're proud of the grind. But you're grinding in circles. Let me say this loud and clear. Hard work is not enough. Broke people work hard every day. What matters is what you work on. Are you building something scalable, valuable, or profitable? Or are you just showing up, trading your time for scraps, and calling it noble? It's not noble. It's a trap. Look, if you're still trading time for money and you have no plan to escape that cycle, then you're setting yourself up to be broke forever. And no, I don't mean quit your job tomorrow and launch some fantasy business. I mean start building something on the side that can grow into real freedom. That could be freelancing. That could be investing. That could be reselling, digital products, affiliate marketing, content creation, anything. But it has to be something. Because if you're not building something, you're just surviving. And survival is not a plan. Let's talk about your spending. You say you're broke, but you've got a brand new phone, a streaming subscription to everything, and a $7 coffee in your hand. You go out on weekends. You order delivery because you don't have time to cook. And then you whine about how your paycheck disappears. No, your paycheck didn't disappear. You spent it. You made choices. And now you're suffering the consequences. You don't have a money problem. You have a priority problem. You spend on what feels good now and ignore what's important later. That's how you end up 35 years old with no savings, no assets, no plan, and wondering where the time went. I'll tell you where it went. It went into endless scrolling, meaningless purchases, and excuses. Here's what fixing your life actually looks like. It's not glamorous. It's not Instagram worthy. It looks like sitting down, pulling up your bank statements, and confronting your spending. It looks like canceling subscriptions you forgot you had. Cooking your own food. Saying no to nights out. Selling stuff you don't use. Learning a new skill at night while your friends watch TV. Waking up early. Getting organized. Saying no to pleasure now so you can say yes to freedom later. It's hard. It's boring. It's lonely. But it works. And no, it's not about being a millionaire overnight. It's about getting your power back. Knowing that if your car breaks down, it won't ruin you. That if you lose your job, you'll be okay. That if you want to take a vacation, or help your family, or invest in your future, you can. Because you're not stuck anymore. And the best part? Once you start fixing your life, you realize it wasn't as hard as you made it out to be. The scariest part was starting. The hardest part was getting honest with yourself. And once you do that, momentum takes over. So here's what I want you to do, right now. Not later. Not tomorrow. Not after this video. Right now. Delete the apps that waste your time. Set a weekly budget. Pick one income skill and commit to learning it for 30 minutes a day. Open a high-interest savings account. Start investing, even if it's just $5 a week. Track every dollar. Cut out the junk. Build your plan. And stick to it. Because no one's coming to save you. No amount of motivational content will fix your life. Only you can do that. And you don't need to wait. You don't need permission. You just need to start. So stop scrolling. And start fixing your damn life.